Hi there, dear Pisceans, and welcome to your RuneScope 14. My name is Amanda. I do also recommend that you watch the video for your rising sign because that can give you some clarification on some of the things that we covered in this general reading or help maybe clear some things up for you. As these are for so many people, sometimes that's necessary, and your rising sign can kind of zoom in on some of the issues that may be touched on in your sun sign reading or give you an idea of what would be going on elsewhere in your life. Of course, the only way to get a reading only for you and specifically regarding your life is to schedule a reading with me. I do those on Skype, and they are $5 for a half an hour session. Just drop me a line at the email address below this video if you want to set up an appointment. It can take a few days for me to get back to you. That just means that there are people ahead of you that I'm trying to get scheduled, but I will get in contact with you. Never fear. And we can set something up. So let's jump into Pisces. Also, I did want to mention that I am not deleting comments on YouTube. Some people have emailed me that they've left comments and they just disappeared. That has been happening since the Google Plus takeover. So I'm very sorry if you've left me a comment and it's just disappeared into the ether. That it's not me. It's this Google Plus nonsense. And also, if you leave a question for me and you post it through Google Plus, I can't reply to that on YouTube. I don't go to Google Plus. I don't use it. I know they forced me to set up a page on there, but I really have no idea. I have no idea how to use it or respond to messages on there. So if you leave me a question on YouTube, I try to go through and answer those at least once a month. And I would never ignore your question or delete your comment, I promise. I only delete spam and nastiness. So, if you have left me a comment, I'm sorry that it disappeared, if it vanished. But I blame Google Plus, as should you. Okay, Pisces, your challenge for the month of there may be some sort of disruption around something that you have been trying to get off the ground for a long time. Now, this could have something to do with a home-based business. This could have something to do with something around the home, a renovation project, or this could have something to do with property you're trying to buy or sell. But there may be some sort of disruption around this in moon, which would make sense because we have a Mercury retrograde. So there may be something going on, like if you have a home-based business, you have a website, there may be something that goes wrong with the website. There may be, some confusion with emails, something like that. You'll get it rectified, but it may take some hard work on your part or some calls to customer service that are really frustrating and nobody's able to help you, that sort of thing. So I apologize in advance, Pisces, if that's what you're dealing with. And I think it will eventually be rectified. It just be frustrating while you're in the middle of it. And, you have a million other things to do. And then you've got this going on. Or it could be people, if you've hired people to renovate your home or to work around the home or build a home, maybe taking longer than expected. There'd be something they run into that's unexpected that you didn't know about. That has to be fixed before work can continue. There may be some disruption for some of you around home and family. This may have something to do with somebody just being very harsh or blunt. And some of it, maybe Pisces, some of you need to do this. You're just being blunt with somebody, telling them like it is, and maybe they don't want to hear it, and it causes a lot of disruption. But what I'm seeing is that this needs to be said. So, if you feel like you have to get something out, or maybe you're just fed up with somebody causing disruption in the family, you just set them straight. And it looks like you'll have the support of most of the people in the family because it looks like they're going to be fed up too by the end of whatever this is. Some of you will be dealing with disruptions around an inheritance situation or money coming to you in that way, or something that's being worked out with an estate. So that's another way this can work. There's with shocking delays or things that come out of nowhere that tend to delay things is kind of the order of the day in June. But Pisces, what Mercury retrograde is like. So just kind of roll with it. Okay, now this came up last month for you, Pisces, I believe. But someone from your past that you were involved in a relationship with, this could have been somebody you met at work or somebody that you used to work with that you also had a romantic thing with. There could be some sort of disappointment around this person. So, if you get in touch with you and maybe they now they stop communicating with you, or maybe communication is erratic. And this is just kind of proving to you if maybe that, okay, this person hasn't changed. They're still unreliable. They're still irresponsible. And I do not have time to mess with this. But for some of you, this would be a job offer that comes back around. This would be a job situation or an opportunity that you thought you had and then you didn't get it. So I mean, if that has happened with Mercury retrograde, stuff from the past or people from the past can come back around. It could be this offer makes its way back around to you. But you need some time to think about this because you've got other things going on. Same if it's a person making you an offer, a person from the past who's come back in, and somebody who really hurt you in the past and disappointed you. You need to think about this. So the counsel is for no starts are usually not the way to go if you can avoid it with a Mercury retrograde. Now, of course, if you're out of work, if you've been struggling financially and a job offer comes along, you should take it absolutely. Don't ever base huge decisions like that on a rune scope reading or a horoscope or anything like that. Of course, use your judgment. But if you can put something off, at least starting or signing a contract until that's going to be best with Mercury retrograde. If you can. If you can't, you do what you got to do. Because I've had people ask me, I guess I should not take this job. No, if you've been out of work and you need money, you take the job. No matter what's retrograde. Absolutely. This is just meant to be a guide. And if you can put a huge decision like that off, or if you can put off signing a contract until and Mercury's direct again, that would be great. If you can put off until moving forward in a relationship with someone from the past, or with, even with someone new that comes in, because it could be that you are in the finding out phase. And maybe if there are miscommunications or arguments that are cleared up, and because it's just people are all talking but nobody's listening. And that's kind of the case with Mercury retrograde. Or people are not talking at all. They just disappear off the face of the earth. They'll show back up. And as far as communication, it's going to be either a bunch of communication that's going nowhere, getting no one anywhere, arguments and things like that, or no communication at all. You're just like, well, okay, I guess everybody has just fallen off the face of the earth. But no, for the most part, financially, Pisces, I see while you have obstacles with something, glitches or things like that, things are moving forward financially and something come back around. And anything that comes back around from the past, like a job offer or something like that you had encountered earlier in the year or even last year, that is well started in a Mercury retrograde. Anything coming back in from the past, you can take a look at and move forward with a Mercury retrograde because it started before that period. Advice to you, Pisces, or the help that's going to be available to you is that, you know what? You're going to be proven correct about someone. And it's like no one would believe you. And Pisces, you're unfortunately in this situation a lot because you're a very intuitive sign. You and the other water signs especially. You and Cancer and Scorpio. Because you guys tend to notice or recognize what a person is before anyone else. And you're the one maybe doing the naysaying. You know what? I don't like this person. Or, you know what? This person doesn't feel good to me. Or, you advise other people that, but they don't see it. It's like you're always the first one to see it. And you're kind of alone in that little boat of this person's bad news. You're alone in that person's bad news. You guys can all stay over in the canoe with that person. I'm going to be in my own canoe. You come over when you're ready. And gradually people start jumping out that canoe and swimming over to your canoe. As this person offends this person and that person, or, completely steps over this other person, I think that's what you're going to see happening in Pisces. But there's no satisfaction in it. You're not happy you're right. You're not happy that you're right about this person because I feel like that, you care about this person a great deal, but they've let you down so many times at this point. And you just kind of gave it time thinking it would get better, and it's just not getting better. And you're proven right about that. Like other people finally and completely step over to your side and see what you were talking about. So you're going to feel validated. For a lot of you, this does have to do with family, or mother's side of the family, coming over to your way of thinking about someone. For those of you who have been concerned about your mother or your mother's health, if she's been under the weather, it looks like there's going to be, this is something that can be dealt with, or that is going to get better for most of you. So just keep that in mind. If something comes up out of the blue that has you concerned about mom or mom's side of the family, or an older female in your family, this is going to work out. It just takes some time. Not be the month where they figure it out, because again, with glitches and delays with a Mercury retrograde. But just know that, if they tell you the worst case scenario, that's probably not what it is. But so don't let somebody scare you. If they say they're not sure, they're really not sure. Okay? So just keep that in mind, you Pisces. But what can't be changed about whatever is delayed, it's going to be better for the delay. So there's something that you will have coming out of the delay. Like, okay, so let's say go back to this website example. Say your website has glitches and things and you can't do it or something. So you call whoever is handling this, your ISP or whatever, whoever hosts it for you. And you're like, look, this is the problem and it keeps happening. And once you get that handled, it looks like they're going to offer you or do something better for you. Or set you up so this, not only is this problem, does it never happen again, but your service is even better, or things are even better than before. So frustrating as it may be, handling those problems are going to lead to something better. I'm sorry you have to sit on the phone and listen to that Muzak. I know that's awful. There's nothing worse than Muzak, Kenny G, and whatever they stuck you with. But it's going to be worth it. Delays are going to be worth it as far as new beginnings are concerned. And for those of you leaving people behind or leaving situations behind, that's also a new beginning. So again, there's going to be payoff for that. You're going to be able to focus on yourself and not have to deal with other people's junk anymore. Other people's negativity and issues. They can deal with it on their own. By the end of Pisces, there may have been some, again, if this is a family conflict going on or somebody in the family that you've been, and again, Pisces, this has been coming up for you. This is a cycle, and it's going to last for a lot of you through the end of the year. So this is going to come up in your readings quite a bit. But, if there's been a family conflict going on, there may be some arguments. They come to a head if they haven't already. But you know what? You're not going to change your stance on this because, again, you were the one that saw from the beginning what someone was or how someone was being influenced or the truth of the situation. And other people are coming around to seeing it, except for the main person that it concerns. And you know what? You're just tired of it. You're just tired of saying the same things over and over again, of having to deal with it, of having your attention drawn away from other things that are important to you and having to talk about it. And other people are going to feel the same. You're going to finally have full support. So if there have been people on the fence about giving someone another chance or a 10th chance or a 100th chance, they're going to be on your side at this point and just be like, no, you're right. This can't keep going on anymore. And there may be, for some of you, a trip or a journey that you have to make. And this could go back to if you're worried about your mom or worried about a relative's health. You may have to go visit and be there for somebody who is not doing well. Some of you may have to just make a business trip that comes at an inopportune time. Maybe all this stuff with family is going on at the same time that you're expected to do a business trip. And, travel with Mercury retrograde is never a good idea. It's just, there are going to be delays, there's going to be traffic, there's going to be construction, a lot of frustration. So if you can put off travel in Pisces, some of the other signs, it looks like they were going to be able to do it without too much trouble. But Pisces, it looks like for you, if you can put off travel, and that's going to be ideal for you. If you do have to travel, please be careful. especially in vehicles. Make sure that your car, all the tires have air in them. You always have enough gas to get where you're going. If a light comes on, make sure that you pull over and call someone to come help you out. And make sure that you're set for situations like that if they are to come up. You need to seek advice, Pisces, regarding a surprise situation that comes up in Moon, or something that makes you feel vulnerable. For some of you, this could be something you were trying to hide coming out, or someone tell you a secret and it makes you feel weird. Maybe like you don't know if you should keep this a secret. I mean, maybe it makes you worried about this person. But for a lot of you, maybe there's just a situation in your life that has you concerned. It's making you feel vulnerable or indecisive, and you need help with it. You need someone's input, someone from outside the situation, because for you have a certain outcome that you have your heart set on. So you can't really be objective. And you'll have that help available to you in Pisces if you need it. So take advantage of it. Seek out your elders, seek out people older than you with more experience, older and wiser, who can give you some information, or get a reading. I'll be happy to, if you want to drop me a line, I'll be happy to give you a reading, see what's going on with your particular situation. But in Moon, Pisces, avoid travel if at all possible. And whatever comes in from the past, it's going to be different for all of you. Some of it will be good, some of it will be bad. If you can, put it off and try to make a decision or to answer or respond. That's going to be best. But that is what I see for you. Good luck to you, Pisces, and I will see you back here in July.